Greetings, everyone. I hope you are well. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, hey, y'all, hey. It's always a pleasure to host. Interesting. If any of this resonates, you are cordially invited to like, share, comment, subscribe if you've yet to do so already, and such. Make your presence known. Someone... Okay, so it feels like there was a disingenuous person around you that may have contributed a very tiny portion to your journey. And I hate to laugh them out because I'm not lying. It was so tiny. They didn't even, where you took it in your journey, your growth, that was all you. That you took it somewhere they could have never imagined. And they're pissed because, they introduced you to the bicycle and you built the Lamborghini. You know what I'm saying? They're mad. But let's look at the flip side with the messages involved here. It says, I am not who you think I am. Exactly. This was somebody that was just trying to be in position with a tiny, minuscule contribution, or just to be positioned by your side. Like some people feel like they're like because they tell you look nice in your clothes all the time, that means you're supposed to buy them a wardrobe too. It'd be like, excuse me, just hello, what are you? So their intentions were never pure, and that's exactly why this scheme to just weasel their way into your life some kind of way, that's why it has backfired the way it has. You've grown so far that they can't keep up. And they're not invited. It's a whole, you're on your better timeline. They're on the still on the other side of the fence, looking across like, what? Envious. I'm hoping you won't mind helping me with something minor. See that? That was catch-22 energy. Okay? This is also talking about someone that's pulling up because they can see you shining. They can see your growth. And definitely they're envious, but they want something. It's such a parasitic vibe. I can't begin to tell you. Look at this. I resent that you have what I most desire. So I will belittle your successes to make myself look better. Belittle it or take from it. Okay? Growth says, I will ignite a spark inside you, inspiring greater depth and expansion. Yeah. You outgrew something they thought they was gonna be in on. Look on the bottom of the deck. Sabotage. Disingenuous. I'm deliberately working to undermine your efforts and place obstacles in your path. See what I'm saying? They trying to get their hooks in, appear to be helping, while all along using you to sort of siphon some greatness, some energy that they just don't have within. It's a parasite. Parasite alert. Who is it? Where is it? This is also just a warning, or just a precursor for those of you again who are stepping into this better timeline as well. That in the transition, some of these people, these people's dark attachments are gonna come after you with all they've got. You feel me? Like, this is like their last chance. So this is, definitely don't take your eyes off of your relocation efforts, your ascension efforts, your spiritual growth. Don't take your eyes off that, but just know not to get comfortable with your stride neither. Keep that same pace, boy. You understand the urgency and you're moving in an uplifted fashion. Like, don't cool off on that stride because somebody is hot on your heels. They're very envious of you. I feel like it's someone extremely close to you, like a family member. Yeah, it's something like, it feels like family. Before we even touch the daggone tarot, like in my gut, yo, this feels like a family member. Okay, I'm gonna take it. Look at all these cards. I'm gonna take this whole big spiel. I usually don't, but we're gonna do it. My gosh. My gosh. There's the Page of Cups. This is, again, somebody you know from childhood. As a matter of fact, I believe this is a mother-child. This is a mother-child dynamic. Knew it. There's mom, there's baby. Queen of Cups, Page of Cups. I knew it. The Fool is reversed. This is about someone not having new beginnings, or not having the guts to step out on faith. Like this is yeah. this is someone trying to keep that child from wanting to jump off the porch and get out in the world, and they painting illusions to do it. Seven of Cups is here. Like they told them, this is one of those manipulative mothers where they tell them false things, like in an exaggerated fashion, to try and keep the child or whomever from wanting to go that way. And it could be completely falsehoods. This is them just painting them, that person, into a confined space so that they can continue to have direct access to or control over them. They don't want them to get too far away. Aries energy on the table. Water signs here. All the rest of the way. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, then. I'll have another row of it. This person been telling them fake stuff, though. It's like if you if you go outside after 3 p.m., the boogeyman gonna get you. Like it's like something ridiculous like that. But they've been trying to drill this into this person since they were small, so that they just wouldn't go too far off, wouldn't go too far away from home. But this person is an imposter. I'm here to tell you, whoever this mother is, or this mother figure is, is an imposter. It don't have no light in that vessel. That vessel been compromised. And for the reverse sun to come out with the Knight of Cups, this is almost like offering something it's where you like give up your childhood. You know what I'm saying? This is like a child that couldn't be a child. They couldn't play in the yard, or they couldn't, I know it's kind of not safe to do it in a lot of places now, but back in the day, we used to be able to play outside, okay? Speaking from that perspective. But you can't play with your friends. You can't talk on the phone. Or like, ooh, what is that Netflix series where that serial Schmiller guy was, how could I not remember? Because I totally pressed play on it for a few minutes. But anyways, he was a known like killer, and his mother would tell him that women are bad so that he wouldn't want to date women. You know what I'm saying? And so that's like giving a child a really tough adult pill to swallow, but it being like fake. It's like a serious, it's the kind of a false narrative that if you can get them to swallow that pill, it snuffs out their light. This person is a light snuffer. I don't like this kind of stuff. I've seen it firsthand. Like the you see, you know, the situations in families where an older woman is bitter and just doesn't want anyone to keep their light. Reverse sun. What are you so happy about? What you so happy about? You know what I'm saying? One of those type brides. My scalp tingling, boy. Wow. This is someone that would want you to second guess your joys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just watching this special on Netflix called Ratchet, okay? And I'm late because I don't be watching stuff that often. But I remember when the character Mildred and her friend were talking, and the friend invited her to a puppet show, like a live on stage with the puppets type of a show. This old school setting, like this is the 1940s, so this is still a thing that children did, but it was a children's thing. And Mildred responded, like she snapped at her, like, why would anybody want to go and see why would anybody want to do, you know, go to a children's show? Like she mocked it, like she was like, So that particular perspective is what I thought of when I thought of this Queen of Cups. It's like, if you present a good idea to me and it looks like it's something you're going to get joy out of, like, because I'm a killjoy, I'm going to say something to make you second guess why you even want to do something like that. It's like a type of mind manipulation to make you feel like maybe that's not something you should be. Maybe it is dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is that person that can't cast doubt into people so that they don't try nothing that's gonna make them happier than their miserable buns are. Look at this. This is a killjoy. We got a reverse 3 of Pentacles out here. They don't, and it's a lot. Hey, who the liar? Boy, somebody had a wicked set of parents. Air sign, masculine out here now. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. These two reverses just not okay. Okay, this is someone that intentionally tried to snuff out someone's light and turn them into a recluse. Make them just they're trying to snuff out their light. They don't want anybody to see their light. They don't want this person to exude the light. Just put the light out and get somewhere and sit down. Reverse page of Wands. Don't go too far now. Don't go trying nothing new now. You know, I've always heard that if you step on 21st Street after 5 p.m., it's prostitutes everywhere. And it's probably a street of nothing but churches and just whatever. They just don't want them to go that far away. You know what I'm saying? Petty. Reverse 6 of Pentacles, not a good mix. Somebody in your family here, these people are being exposed. These are your protections in place. These folks being exposed and walked up out of your space because you're going into this this beautiful new timeline. I mean, sailing. And this dark attachment, or these dark attachment energies, are going to play the family member card or the significant other card. They're gonna send their best guy right at a vessel that is still currently in your space. The crazy thing about this, friend, is that this particular vessel may not have been compromised at all prior to. But once you started looking like you was about to cross that best timeline gap and over to that next space, that's when they sent this imposter energy into a vessel that was around you that wasn't compromised before, but it is now. Okay? There's somebody that once you started shifting into your greatness, that's what flicked on the switch of envy. The envy wasn't there before because you was playing small. But you started playing big. And when you stepped across that line, it was like hitting a tripwire. And suddenly, this person got all kinds of like, what? Why them, not me type energy against you. And because they were there in the process, they feel like you should give it to them or share it with them or whatever. Like they feel entitled or some kind of bitter mess. Yeah, your protections are wrapping this on up. But they need you to know ahead of time to keep pressing forward. Keep making this new beginning happen. The imposter, the dark attachment just sent a fresh shot at your temple. To try and trigger this fall from grace, because you know what you're doing now? You are upright the star. Okay? You're the star upright. You are sailing, my friend, into the ethers as the brilliant beaming light that you are. You can be seen. They're trying to snuff the light out. Okay? Look at this. They don't want you to blow up. I just reverted back to like the 90s real quick. They don't want you to blow up. You used to watch Martin? Okay, you missed out then. If you did. But yeah, this is what their purpose is. Okay? So they're simply being outed so that you know that they're coming. You see them coming. You're gonna just sidestep it like the dapper doll, or the upright gentleman that you are. You're just gonna sidestep it nicely, real 007 style, okay, and keep it pushing. Because that's the only way this is gonna go. But this was just a PSA. But yeah, they just fired a fresh shot. This isn't like you weren't paying attention before. This is fresh. You didn't hit some sort of for real live tripwire into greatness. And it's triggered all this stuff. This is a new trigger because you just crossed over. Okay? You crossed over that 1 foot, that arm, that something and broke across the line. Or the next thing that broke across the line. Or whatever. So this is like a frame by frame. You stepping across the line. And in every frame somewhere behind you, it's them trying to catch back up. It's not working because you keep running into weirdos like me, helpful weirdos like me that can snatch their mask off for you. Okay? That acidic Libra is a lying criminal. They're a thief. We did mention air signs, did we not? So yeah, someone's got an acidic Libra around them that's trying to do their imposter thing because they're envious. You stepped into this new greatness and it is really itching their buns. Okay, whoa, they calling out southeast, southwest. So definitely something going down in the south. Woo! They first of all, the fact that they named locations, like you were lied on though. Somebody's getting called out, whether this is about origins or destination. Maybe you're on your way on a trip to Italy and they're like, who do you think you are? Okay. You're doing something big. You're going far or you're from somewhere else. It's something about you that you're doing or that you've done that made them say something goofy about you. It's not even true. Now they out there lying on you and stuff. That's another way that they try to pigeonhole you and isolate you is to lie on you to others so that, they're the only ones that have access to you. New York is here. Yeah, they name it places. They calling folk out for real today. Today. All right. And I don't even know how that's set up with the boroughs, but whichever borough is positioned southeast and southwest, the bottom half of the New York metro area, okay? 12-5 vortex mentioned here. The South Atlantic anomaly. There's that instance again, the South. The South. They're talking, ayo, woo! It's something to do with some Italians in New York, yo, and they calling out where they located. I don't know what is going on here, but this is insane. If your origins are of Italian descent or something and you're in New York, Somebody been trying to play on your top, or it's some Italians that's trying to play on your top. Either way, Italy's in the building. Big vibes. New York, and how this all came together is when I looked at South Atlantic. New York sit off the coast of the Atlantic. They specifically point to somebody's right here. 9 is significant for somebody. Yeah, they lied. They lied. As a matter of fact, they lied to a spiritual worker. Okay. So somebody might have took it real far with trying to stop you. And I only got that because, 9 is the hermit in Major Arcana. And the hermit talks about the spirit realm. As soon as I even thought spirit realm, I seen someone like speaking through the veil and lying. Like they may have petitioned, they petitioned something beyond the veil with false information. So maybe their root workers in one of them boroughs. Yeah. Whoa, yeah. Jamaica out here. They went to someone who's not from here. Or this is about someone who's not from here. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. So that is what come back up top with me. Because they're giving me more and more and more and more and more. This is incredible. And if you've even made it this far in the reading, you absolutely were meant to hear this. I swear. Imposter, small favor. The small favor, excuse me, and there was a belch. It's coming out, y'all. Forgive me. The small favor was them wheeling and dealing with this speaker through the veil. Someone that can speak through the veil or interact with the spirit realm. 9, hermit energy. Okay. I'm also getting Afro-Brazilian energy, because I'm looking at Brazil here on the South Atlantic anomaly. I'm also getting, there's a Virgo energy. Now look, check this out. This could be someone that's on the Libra Virgo cusp. Okay, to pinpoint even further for somebody. They did some things, boy, and it's like they've been trying to really orchestrate something around you. This is what they want for you. This is what they've conjured. This type energy. Someone walking into something like this. But here's the thing. Because you shifted to your better timeline, you're walking through the gates of heaven. But somebody still got to walk through these gates. And I bet you can't guess who it is. The person who called it into existence to begin with. It's theirs. Those are their gates to walk through. Because they were a lying, thieving criminal. Virgo energy out here again. It's a feminine Virgo on the cusp involved, or this could literally be their moon sign. Shim Angel 46 is here. Ayiriel, revealing God. Oh yeah, it's coming out. It's coming out. This person, they messed up bad. Real bad. Your ancestors got the beam on their forehead right now, like dead center. They literally just named their locations, their roots, their origins, what they did. Everything is here. Why they did it, they told it all today. Shim Angel 46, that 46 is significant for someone. Someone could be 46 years old. Someone was born in 1964. I'm seeing that the other way around too, or 64 is significant. April 6th, June 4th. 4 and 6 also reduced down to 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune. A turn of events, indeed. Because somebody got to go through them gates. And you're going through the better timeline. Yeah. Look at this. Shaking stuff up. Laissez le bon temps rouler. Shit, I watched that. Let's try that again, boys and girls. Laissez le bon temps rouler. I think I hit it that time. Let the good times roll. Okay. I'll be trying my little lingual stuff. It's good for you. I promise you. Different languages is good for your brain. Yes. All right. So, anything more, Spirit, before I let these people roll? You done told it all. I don't know what else there is to tell. Then this time around, like, we gonna come back. I see you again. That's like Seg Veloxor here. See, they look at them, baby, and me. They know I like language words. And here comes Hebrew. That's like Seg Veloxor. This is about prospering and returning. Okay. This is talking about that energy of whatever you did, where you crossed that greatness, that growth line. You crossed it. That was you going out, getting big, and circling back around like, yeah, hey, I'm back. And when you circle back around, this person looked at you like, who, what? What are you doing standing 10 feet tall now? You went out and let's a sag Valak sword on that butt. You understand? But now this energy is being applied to the benevolent, like circumstances around you in your best timeline, your better timeline you're stepping into. The energy you put out in this particular timeline, because it's not acidic up there, it's alkaline, it promotes growth, okay? The energy that you send out on this growth timeline will go out, prosper, and return. Do you understand? This is like investments. You put out $10, you get back $100. Like, this is what this is. Okay? And a family member's, man, look. The family, I knew it. We knew it. Yeah. So this may have been a situation where you visited someone, or it feels like you visited them, or maybe you lived there. Like maybe you did a brief stint there. I mean, maybe you did crash on their couch for 2 months or something. Who knows? But you went out, when they started saying you was ready to jump off the porch, it was like, who you think you are? Because you was starting to really pull like some major stunts though. Look at there. Dark attachment. I'm telling you, baby. Taurus Venus energy on the table. You could be in love with that Taurus or something like that. Or this could literally be talking about Taurus being your Venus. See that? Gifted. They trying to keep you in the house, man. They trying to keep you the secret of the family. And been doing it your whole, like I said, they've been doing it your whole life since childhood. Get somewhere and sit down. All the time is get somewhere and sit down. Somebody, sun sign Gemini, suspicious disappearance. They up out of here. Or their soul, look. Their soul is up out of here. You might be looking at them every day. But the real them is gone. The real them is gone. That dark attachment is in place now. I'm telling you. Connecticut, they still naming places. Boy, they done named that whole little top up in there. New York, Connecticut. Facts. That's all. Hey, it's been some circulation around there. And it's been some head work been going on. And some juju been going on. They done named who done it. They went to somebody in Connecticut. Oh, this was a love spell for some of y'all. The family member they could be talking about is your baby mother. Because we have, again, mother-child dynamic. It could be the mother of someone's child. Yeah. Because there is a slight romance factor in here. But if we're still talking about regular family, this is just someone that was trying to enslave you to worship them, to serve them. I've seen sibling dynamics like that and all other types of dynamics like that, where one is like this, the little servant stooge, just always at their side, their little shadow, doing whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Look, always seeking their validation, their approval. Yeah, I've seen that pathetic mess before. Anyways, Sagittarius season, like I said in a previous reading, there's the Sagittarius season about to pop. From now until May, that's your shift. Like I said, y'all blooming with spring this year. This winter is about, god dang, south. The south portions of New York, the southern part of Connecticut, the southern part of anything on the daggone Atlantic East Coast, or on the across the other side of Atlantic, Europe, all that. Yeah. South Bronx. South Bronx. I just heard that. So somebody in the South Bronx. Something going on. I don't know. I don't even know where the Bronx sit in the boroughs. If it's up top, sideways, whatever. But I heard it. Something around there. River streams flowing past the water. They did something by a stream. Yes, they did. They went to the stream on your buns. Hey, friend, you had somebody really plotting, my friend. I can't even begin to tell you. Like, when I'm thinking maybe we about to wrap this up, they're like, no, keep going. And it's all coming together. Somebody was plotting their ass off. They went to, I'm getting the, listen to me. This is someone that had been going to various people for years, different workers or different spiritual systems, different, they've been trying to zap you from every which way. Because if the voodoo didn't work, now we're gonna go to somebody on the Santeria side of town or something. Okay. This is how they was rolling. they was really trying it. Man, if I'm about to cackle myself right about this chair. When I tell you they was trying so hard, my friend, they was trying so hard to keep you in this glass jar, floating down some river with zero control of your life, just because you have so much control of your life. And because you have so much control of your life and you've grown so much, this thing was trying to sabotage you. I'm deliberately working to undermine your efforts and place obstacles in your path. Boom. Again. Deliberately working, meaning there was plots and plans, scheming, execution, coming back, reevaluating, retweaking, going again and trying a different thing again or whatever. Trying something different or repeating something. This person was like maxing out, like they were just always gonna try to think of something or someone. Maybe they didn't go to a different spiritual system. Maybe they just went to various different people within one spiritual system. I'm hearing voodoo and Santeria real heavy. Okay? There's some sort of black magic based out of Italy. Some folk stuff. Man, they tried to go to the super underground. Oh my gosh, they tried to go to somebody so obscure. But look at you. Restored. Because again, remember the bottom of the tarot deck is the 7 of Wands. Your protections is in place. This thing done backfire. It's them that gotta walk through the gates of hell now. And this is doubling down on the alignment bit. The karmics are being punished because they have become vessels for the evil entity, dark attachments. Okay. They're under judgment. They're being cast down into torment, wherever that is in their psyche. Cast down into it. That is what has been decided on high. That is the judgment. And in order for it to continue playing out properly, my friends, you are not to even place another thought on forgiving them. They have to now appease the highest of highs. You leave that to the highest of highs. Don't forgive nobody. They are on, you can't forgive anyone. They're on trial. They've been on trial. Pyramids are significant. Marital bliss. Hang tight, y'all. Triquetra. What? Triquetra. I keep hearing it. Look, it's something sacred tied to that concept for someone with that pyramids energy. I know it's more than 3. It's not a triangle, but that's what I saw. Okay. Pyramid is a pyramid. It's not a triangle. It's more than 3 sides, but yeah, this is what they gave me. Marital bliss is something in there. Like the holy dance, you, your person, and the Holy Spirit between the two of you. Okay, that's the trachestra they trying to finish bringing you into alignment with, on your better path. Like you're growing in a major ways. Because your better timeline, your good timeline, there's marital bliss for you there. Life is good and shall continue to be so, because you're going through a process of restoration. You're not putting any of your energy into the karmics any longer, not even to consider forgiveness. Like all of your focus is on your restoration, as it should be. Consider them no, like you can consider the lessons and the experiences that you had from that simulation, but you don't have to consider them and how they're going to have finished their simulation. That is on them and their ancestors, their guides. For you, my darling, onward and upward. Okay? Yeah. Scorpio energy on the table. The season or the placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. I just heard Scorpio, Aries. Somebody has both of these placements I just got. Yeah. So one of the imposters could have been that, or this could be talking about you. Yeah, there was a divine intervention. They was trying to take you down. Not going to happen. So, Central America, like I'm telling you, excuse me, somebody was going to beautifully indigenous and exotic cultures to try to get you up out of here, baby. Look, this is good for you though, this divine intervention. Some of you all, your relocation may be to Central America. They saying that's good for you too. Virginia Beach, Virginia, like I said, the Atlantic, the East Coast is very significant here. There is a loop of energy circulating up and down this East Coast as it pertains to this incident. I can see it with various little spots, like here and there on like it's a spot in Italy, it's a spot in Central America, etc. But on the East Coast of the United States, man, from New York, Connecticut, all the way down to Virginia, all the way down, and the South, all up and down that East Coast connected to the Atlantic, it's an energetic ring pertaining to this. This person meant all up and down the East Coast of the Atlantic, man. In your place of business, like I said, you were growing too much in so much stuff. This is also talking about the fact that one of these people, your family, were people you considered family, comrades, and colleagues. You all do the same type of thing. Maybe you practice the same spiritual system. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. And y'all happen to know each other from interacting within the community or something. This is somebody that you've had wheelings and dealings with, or y'all have had wheelings and dealings in the same environment. It's from some type of a family. For some of you, with the Queen of Cups, Page of Cups dynamic there, I'm hearing that for some of you, this was a mentor. That type of family. Okay? Let's talk about that, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Well, I don't know. I think this is just highlighting the fact that some of y'all had a lover that tried to do this to you. And yeah, the fact that your new timeline with your new person, your marital bliss is going to be steamy. It's not going to be nothing dry, okay? Aquarius season up and coming is significant. So if you're seeing this in real time, yes, right around the corner, 2026, Aquarius season, a big deal. You're too tall for these lames. You're too tall for them. You ever heard that what they used to say? I think it was a show, a play, or a movie or something. I think it might have been a play. I remember seeing stage plays come to town where they said your arms too short to box with God or something like that. Yeah, their arms was too short to box with God. They went all up and down the East Coast on you, friend. Like they went all up and down the East Coast trying to get this done. You still stepping. Look, life is good and shall continue to be so. That's the vibe you on. I know this burning they biscuits. Capricorn rising energy on the table. Love is in the air, darling. So you may have love coming in during Capricorn season, or this may literally be talking to those whose ascending sign is Capricorn. Yeah. Yeah. So over the next 6 months, a lot of this stuff comes more into plain view. I knew it. First half of 2026 is going to be litty. And it's going to be lovely for the alkaline folks in really amazing ways. The kind of stuff that makes the acidic people extremely acidic and envious. It's going to be big. So the next 6 months, a big deal. Libra, up and coming. Also as well. Or your ascending sign is literally Libra. Shem Angel 14. Mebahel here. Conservative God. Everything in moderation, darling. Okay? Only people who have extremely addictive personalities are always trying to ride something till the wheels fall off. Like, and it just... Short bursts of time where you're doing that, okay. But like forever, come on, man. Everything in moderation. You're going to be able to balance out all of this big, colossal energy, this growth, with moderation. This energy is coming in so big that if it takes off at this point, if you take off on like a nitro rocket boost, it's going to cause a lot of turbulence because it's a big energy. So you want this to be a smooth ride. So everything in moderation. And I mean that all the way down to your diet, I'm hearing from on high. So, no, you're not supposed to eat a whole chocolate cake, but you can have a fun size freaking like a little cookie or something. Moderation. Just don't go to the extreme with nothing, and you're gonna coast right on along. Okay. I'm hearing they're also trying to trigger you they're trying to trigger you up out of your smooth sail. Okay, so don't respond to them. 14 is giving temperance energy. And yeah, this is all about what goes around comes around. It was you was trying to pour it in my cup, now it's going back in your cup type energy. Okay, this is also talking about that infinite flow you tapped into. Okay, that self-fueling motion. It just goes and goes and goes. Lovely energy for where you're going. Okay, because you're being restored. You have an infinite flow coming in. Sagittarius energy again. There it is, Sagittarius season up here. Significant. All right. January 4th, February 1st, significant. The month of May, significant. The energy of the Hierophant, significant. This is definitely was a divine intervention with that Hierophant energy pulling up. You got scooped up by the highest of high. This thing has been transmuted by the highest of high. This level of it. Because this particular dark attachment or this evil attachment, this energy, this is one of those major ones that's been hunting you from lifetime to lifetime. Yeah. Whoa. Shem Angel 67 here. Hey, God, the light of the children of men. I knew it's a family dynamic. Children are here. But this is also talking about how much of a lighthouse you are. This person doesn't want you to be, they don't want people to love you. It really is envy, it's jealousy, purely. Someone was born in 1976 in the mix here. 67 is significant. July 6th, June 7th, significant. Okay. This reduces down to 13. Which is the skull and X's across the eyes energy. Death energy. Scorpio energy as well. All right, so definitely endings happening. Okay. Some of us, though, okay, are also experiencing the benevolent rebirth on the other end of it. Closing out these cycles and these connections is exactly what's supposed to happen. So those are ending, and it's onward and upward. You literally saw it in the cards. A straight dragon, asphalt burn. Yeah. Yeah. They're like, oh my gosh. I have to trick them into rescuing me now. Because if I can get collected to forgive me, and they have this free will thing intact in the universe, then it can buy me some time. Big mama energy. Look at this. They mentioning children, mama, men. Yeah, this is family crap. This is the family dynamic. Your people ain't want you to outgrow their little way of thinking or way of moving. The traditions, the family traditions. You getting bigger than all of that because you stepping beyond terrestrial stuff. Virgo sun, you on the table, baby. Canada on the table. I'm telling you, all up and down that Atlantic coast. They talking about let me out. Canada, I've only seen it from a plane. It was a delight, though. I guess probably the best way to see it because those mountains are out of this world, baby. Okay, beautiful place. Now we're going northwest, Lord. It went all around. Excuse me. They said northwest Canada, so that's giving like Alaska. Okay, so Alaska in this instance, well, I don't know what's going on over there, but hey. Shim Angel 58 is here. Yeah, God who hears the generations. I will never not remind you that this is also the Shim Angel that is connected to pew pews and ironsmith stuff, butchers, battles, butchers in battle. Okay. We got the number 13 out here again. You know what that means? Some people are going to have to pay with their lives because of the type of death magic they've been. Listen to me. Some people are going to have to pay with their souls, not just this incarnation. They're going to have to pay with their souls. Unreal. That's how far they were trying to take it, friend. They were trying to cast you away and bury you alive in some sort of wrinkle in time. You were supposed to just never to be seen or heard from again type energy. Unreal. 58 is significant. Someone's born in 1985. May 8th, August 5th, significant. Scorpio, you back out here. Oh my gosh. Bro, listen to me. You sat right there and saw me talk about all this. I just did not have any clue. First of all, I don't know if I've ever pulled these two different explanations of this angel together. This is serious. 1, 2. How many times we just seen death? They say death come in threes. Where is it at? There it is. Death comes in threes. 13, 13, 13. Death. This is a straight up omen for somebody. Straight up. You see it. Knives. Pew pews. Look, and anything you try to shut off, we coming in it because we got locksmith energy on us too. It ain't no hiding, holding out, holding back, stealing and stealing and stashing. We coming in there, and we coming in there like this. Ooh-wee. Yeah, they about to shave that head real short. I swear. Think about it. You see this? Knives and then short hairs here. Yeah, somebody's head's getting. Yeah, they getting the treatment, boy. Lobotomy style. Look. Lobotomy style. Virgo, you your Venus placement is out here. If you have Virgo for your Venus, or you were smitten by some Virgo that tried to pull this stunt on you or something, or again, this may have been a love spell. Something to gain control of your soul and your thoughts, though. Either way, Shemangel 31 here, La Cabelle. This is the inspiring God attribute because this is what your growth is about. You've been inspired. You are starting to inspire. This person was trying to block people from being able to see you as delightful. They don't want people to love you. You are an inspiration. 31 is significant. 13 is back again. Maybe it coming for us this time, y'all. Speaking of 4, 3 and 1 reduced down to 4. There's that Aries energy again, and or the Emperor. Okay, this was an establishment. Like I said, they named so many spiritual practitioners that took the bait or were commissioned to try and off with your head. That getting the Emperor energy off of this number reduced down doesn't even surprise me because it was so many people. It had to have been a network of folks. An established body of people, an establishment. Okay. Oh, there it is. Let me out. And a number of times they just said Scorpio and there's the E. Boy, anybody who know me from my past know what this means. Either way, in your case, someone with the first, middle, last initial E, whether it's their real name, their nickname, whatever, they're significant in all this, or you're significant in all this. I think I'm done. Bottom of the deck is the Aquarius Sun placement. Very significant. Aquarius season again, though. Very significant upcoming for all of us. Okay? If this resonated in any way, you are, again, cordially invited to like, share, comment, subscribe if you've yet to do so already. Feel free to come again. Okay? Yeah. Also, if you're interested, personal readings are currently open. You can find my email in the description box and send me a request about rates and the process, and I'll be happy to respond. Until next time.